It's magnetic. There. Straight up in the air tonight. Okay. Alright, am I live? I must be live. I got a good connection. I moved my Wi-Fi adapter up. So hopefully I'll have a better reception. This is still buffering. Okay. Alright. Hello, welcome to the second part of the stream. This is the part where I finish the video, hopefully, and my stream doesn't die on me again. Hopefully. Trademark. That's right. It's my trademark stream dying. Right. That's my gimmick as a streamer. Isn't that crazy? I can extend the window by pulling it the opposite direction. But it doesn't get ruined. Okay.
He was inspired by me to make videos. He used to watch my content.
No, there's some irony I could find in this because DSP inspired me to pick up Tekken. But not because I was like, oh, I like DSP's gameplay. Just because I thought Tekken looked good and I'd never really seen it before. So in reality, it was actually probably closer to Len the Deranged got me interested in Tekken.
Back when he had no money. No, that he didn't say that. That's a lie. Here's me being stupid, right? Snake.
So he didn't know.
But you know what? None of that was. None of that was an apology of saying, I'm sorry, I said that about PewDiePie. There was no apology. He said, you know what? I was dumb. That's what he does. He's like, oh, I was dumb. And I guess he thinks that's like a good substitute for saying I'm sorry. Which is not.
That there was an option to switch from encoding with your CPU and encoding with your GPU. Like he just didn't know how to use his PC.
Correct. That's absolutely correct. I was inept. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So here we go. Mighty Furtado trying to weigh in. Doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Okay.
Yes, he does. He literally does. And it's like he said, oh yeah, he didn't know how to use his PC, right? And then he says, that's correct. But he also doesn't know what he's talking about. What? What? Again, still no apology.
But also in December, he was making more vlogs showing his
So
continued...
he doesn't know what he's talking about, but he built your PC. He knows how computers work. He knows inarguably how computers work infinitely more than you do. You couldn't even diagnose an internet issue because you were online. Like, this guy.
habits that were discourteous even to his parents that Phil set up in a hotel instead of having them stay in the condo.
My parents are visiting for the Christmas week holiday, and they actually took the car. That's right. I let them take the BMW. So yeah, that's a lot of trust, but I trust my parents. They actually are.
You trust your parents enough to borrow your BMW and take them. I can't imagine that he paid for the hotel. But you didn't even offer to let them stay in your condo.
Are staying at a hotel that's less than 10 minutes away. We got them up. We set them up at room and board. It's a nice hotel.
How was that discourteous to my parents? It was a hotel that was 10 minutes away. That was a really nice hotel room that I paid for.
Oh, okay. He paid for it. All right. I apologize. I got that wrong. I didn't know about that. But it's like, it's hard to explain, but like, if you love your parents, they see it as more of a nice thing to stay with you than to, shove them in a hotel. Your parents, they want to be around you, especially if they love you. And anyone who knows enough about DSP history knows that his parents love him. Probably loved him a little too much as a kid. I guess his love language is money. Maybe it is just like a personal thing. And, many people would see it. It is sort of like a tough thing where it's like, a lot of people would actually see that as discourteous, as I don't want to, and it's not beyond people to interpret that as I don't want to deal with my parents, especially if you know that he used his parents, supposedly dying from illness as a begging point.
And they didn't have to stay in the one spare bedroom of my house that was really small and not set up to be a bedroom. How is that discourteous? I got them a better accommodation than what it would have been in my house. And I
See, and it is also this like idea of like I'm not gonna make my house more presentable for the people I allegedly care about. I supposedly care about. See, I prefer the term allegedly for that with Phil, because he'll go and say I love my family.
Drive my BMW around town.
The following month,
See, and what does he think that means? What does that mean to you? What does that mean to your parents? What does that mean to anybody? Like, what does anything mean to this guy? Like who cares that your parents got to drive your BMW? Like, what does that say about you? Where you're like, well, my parents got to drive my BMW. Okay, but they didn't get to stay at your house. What does that say? What does that say about you? And, you know, again, it's sort of like I suppose one could see it as up to themselves, as if that's really just like, you know, a bad thing.
Phil, on his own forums, equated using the chat function on his live streams but not donating as loitering. But it's okay because he's lenient.
Is this real? Hold on.
Chat function on his live stream. The following month, Phil, on his own forums, equated using the chat function on his live streams but not donating as loitering. But it's okay because he's lenient. As much
What?